One thing that drives me absolutely crazy is seeing Godzilla edits. Reason being that these edits tear apart the already fragile Godzilla community. And as a semi-noticeable Godzilla YouTuber now, I see it as my responsibility to try and resolve these silly debates. This will be the first of a 5-part series where I'll be covering popular Godzilla arguments and try my best to resolve them. Most likely this video will get some hate comments, but I ask you, person who might put a hate comment, how are you able to love your Godzilla so much, yet be okay with tearing apart this community? So please be respectful in the comments. I do immense research for these videos and go into them with no prior bias. For the past 3 days, I've been doing immense research trying to get this video up for your guys' entertainment and education. Without further ado, let's get into it. Legendary Godzilla versus Godzilla Final Wars. First up, I would like to easily disprove some theories. Firstly, Final Wars being boundless. If you're not sure what that means, it is implying that Final Wars Godzilla has infinite power. If this were the case, there's no way ice would have held him for so long. And every time he were to stomp his feet or tail, the Earth, along with seemingly the universe, should just be destroyed. And also the fact that he literally ran out of energy when Kaiser Ghidorah absorbed it all. Also,
I don't understand. Godzilla's losing power.
So for Final Wars and Legendary Godzilla, we will not be taking in their weight, size, or height, because none of that really matters. And finally, we will be disregarding any claims from the novelizations of the films. We will only be using what we see on screen. Strength and speed. Arguably the most important thing in battle is the participant's strength and speed. Both Godzillas have shown great capabilities in these categories. Let's take a look at both Godzilla's feats and find out their capabilities. Final Wars Godzilla. Final Wars Godzilla has shown a great aptitude in these categories, starting with speed. Throughout the film, Godzilla is on the move quite a bit. We see him walk, jog, and run, but just how fast is he going? Speed. Personally couldn't find any definitive answer, and I found many sources that say an unknown mile per hour. Sadly, we will have to go with the popular 92 miles an hour, or 148 kilometers per hour. Strength. Godzilla Final Wars' biggest show of strength is when he picked up and slammed Kaiser Ghidorah. Granted, he was powered up at this point, but we'll let that slide.
He'll need it anyway.
Kaiser Ghidorah weighs a whopping 100,000 tons. That is a great performance of strength. But where does Legendary Godzilla land in these two categories? Let's see. Legendary Godzilla. Legendary Godzilla has been around for much longer than Final Wars. Due to this, he might have some serious tricks up his sleeves. Let's see. Speed. Legendary Godzilla's top speed we see in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, where we see Godzilla running at King Ghidorah at a top speed of 300 miles an hour, or 482.8 kilometers per hour. Strength. Legendary Godzilla has fought many more monsters in Final Wars, which gives him many more chances to be stronger. Firstly, the Muto Prime. The Muto Prime comes in at a whopping 135,000 tons. In Godzilla Aftershock, Godzilla lifts the Muto Prime onto his back to kill him, meaning not only can he already pick up more than Final Wars, but he can still stand with that additional weight on him. Secondly, though this isn't strength with his arms, his mouth is unbelievably strong, being able to pick up and throw Kong across a city with little struggle. For strength and speed, the first 2 points go to Legendary Godzilla. But can brawn beat brain? Let's see. General IQ and battle IQ. Now, strength and speed are both very important in the battlefield, but nothing can outdo the brain. Godzilla Final Wars. Godzilla Final Wars has shown great instincts on the battlefield, but can this help him pull through? General IQ. Godzilla Final Wars has been able to quickly assess a situation and change his fighting style if need be. Battle IQ. Final Wars Godzilla has fought a combined 11 monsters in his film. In each battle, he was able to prepare and use different skills to defeat his enemies. His main trait people point out is the fact that he knows martial arts, specifically boxing and judo, which can severely help him change the course of a fight. Legendary Godzilla. General IQ. Legendary Godzilla is shown to be incredibly intelligent throughout his films and novels. He is shown to be able to know if someone or something is a danger or not. He's able to keep up with all the other monsters and keep them in check. By the way, if you want to see a video on every single monster in the Monsterverse, I did that last week. Click the top right to go watch. I promise you'll enjoy it. And being able to find the weaknesses of other monsters. And being able to know when it's time to rest in order to regain energy. Battle IQ. Legendary Godzilla has fought at least 15 kaiju that we know of. Just like Godzilla Final Wars, Legendary is able to prepare for each fight. Legendary Godzilla has not also just fought on land, but water and tight cave systems too. Though he does have a tendency to go into fights without trying to learn anything about his enemy. Who wins the points for IQ? To draw. Realistically, they could be thrown around since this category is very close, but I'm gonna have to give General IQ to Legendary Godzilla and Battle IQ to Final Wars, mostly because of the fact that Legendary Godzilla has had to have help from humans and other monsters in the past. Abilities and agility. Firstly, I will be mentioning that we will be excluding Atomic Breath for now, for we will cover that last. What we are now focused on is each Godzilla's ability and agility in combat. Let's take a look at their capabilities. Final Wars Godzilla is shown to be very agile, but doesn't seem to have many abilities. Let's take a look. Abilities. Godzilla Final Wars really doesn't have that many, even for a normal Godzilla. His arsenal is limited to Atomic Breath, Amphibiosis, and Intelligence. For reference, the TriStar Godzilla has 8 abilities. Agility. Final Wars Godzilla rules this category, being able to stand his ground when locked in hand-to-hand combat with Monster Zero, and being able to fight Anguirus, Rodan, and King Caesar all at once. Legendary Godzilla. Legendary Godzilla has a wide range of abilities, but can he keep up with the speed of Final Wars? Let's see. Abilities. Legendary Godzilla by far has the most abilities of any Godzilla. Sit back and get ready as we go through them all. Atomic Breath, Atomic Pulse, Thermonuclear Pulse, Amphibiosis, Symbiosis, Heightened Senses, Telepathy, Tsunami, Sharpened Dorsal Plates, Density Control, Thermal Vision, Radiation Absorption, and most likely more that we don't know of yet. I think he's probably gonna take this category, believe it or not. Agility. Now, for some reason, a large amount of people think that this Godzilla is slow. They couldn't be farther from the truth. Legendary Godzilla has shown many times that he is agile when he needs to be. From being able to precisely kill the male Muto in one swift tail sweep, to crawling on all fours and fighting Kong. He can definitely move. Once again, a draw. Legendary Godzilla wipes the floor with Final Wars when it comes to abilities. Not even up for debate. And Godzilla Final Wars gets ability thanks to his slender body, though it was a close one for this category. Durability and stamina. Now both Godzillas may be strong, but how long can they last in this battle? Let's see. Godzilla Final Wars. Godzilla Final Wars was shown in many fights, and each time he was able to quickly get up and go into another fight. But how does he hold up in these categories? Durability. Godzilla Final Wars goes throughout many battles in this film without being touched. It's only once he goes toe-to-toe with Monster X that he starts to show some signs of damage. Throughout the whole film, he does not have any major cuts or stabs. He was also able to take the blast of a broken up and slightly slowed down Gorath due to his Atomic Breath. Stamina. Godzilla Final Wars goes his whole movie without taking any breaks. The only time we see him tired is when Kaiser Ghidorah sucks the energy out of him. Other than that, Godzilla Final Wars seems to have an extremely high amount of energy. Legendary Godzilla. Legendary Godzilla has been around for hundreds of millions of years, but has he been able to build up his energy? Let's see. Durability. Legendary Godzilla is extremely durable. Some of his feats include being dropped from the stratosphere and surviving, having his dorsal plates completely shattered and still able to fight, being blasted in the chest by Mechagodzilla's Proton Scream, which is in fact the hottest beam of any Godzilla character ever, and having his beam not penetrating his skin. And most impressively, after being stabbed in the leg with Kong's axe, he was able to heal the stab wound in under 10 minutes. Hey, adding this in while I edit. Also, Godzilla took a blast from Kong's axe to the face after the axe had absorbed 2 of his atomic breath. So he took in pretty much 2 of his own atomic breaths plus an axe to the face and didn't even get damaged. Stamina. This is definitely where Legendary Godzilla doesn't have that much to show. It's not that he is bad in this category, it's just he's not good either. He was winded after fighting Kong and almost died when the Oxygen Destroyer went off. The outcome? Once again, a draw. Legendary Godzilla wins durability with ease, but Godzilla Final Wars owns the crown when it comes to stamina. In our final category, Atomic Breath. Finally, Godzilla's most iconic ability, the Atomic Breath. Both Godzillas have shown great strength in this category, but who's going home with the crown and who's leaving defeated? One last time, let's take a look. Final Wars Godzilla. Final Wars Godzilla's biggest show of this move is when he destroyed Gorath the Meteor. Gorath's size is quite inconsistent, but most likely this was the 30-kilometer version. Though he was able to slow it down, he was not able to completely obliterate it. Legendary Godzilla. Legendary Godzilla's biggest feat is when he drilled into the hollow earth, which is an outstanding 2,300 kilometers down. That's from the Earth's, crust to its outer core. So who wins this final point? Legendary Godzilla. Due to the fact that he is strong enough to drill through the Earth that far, while Final Wars couldn't even get through a 30-kilometer asteroid, means without a doubt Legendary Godzilla takes this one home. So who wins this battle? With all the points collected, we have a score of 6-3. The winner of the first part of this series is Legendary Godzilla. Legendary Godzilla walks away with strength, speed, general IQ, abilities, durability, and atomic breath. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know for a fact I'll get a death threat in the comment or my, house docs or something. And stay tuned for next week. Because next in the timeline will be Heisei Godzilla versus Showa Godzilla. I hope you all enjoyed. I know for a fact some of you didn't. Keep collecting, everybody. Godzilla Guy out.